So hey guys, this is the analysis for Tuesday Nasdaq chart. Okay, if we see on the daily chart, then Monday we had a opening right here, and we traded into this daily fair value gap, and we also saw some reaction of it. The main important thing you have to look on daily chart is do you see a wick forming after the reaction of that PDRA? So this is the PDRA, that is a BC, daily BC. Market swept Friday sell side liquidity on Monday inside this high time frame PDRA. What do you expect next day? You expect next day to be bullish. Okay, so on Tuesday you have your bias should be bullish. Okay, so let's now move on to the Tuesday's price action chart. Okay, I'll shift to the 60-minute chart. Since my bias is set, okay, I am bullish. Okay, let me mark it for midnight open. So this is the midnight open, and this is the previous day high buy side liquidity, which is the Friday high also. And on Monday market has already attacked the Friday's lows, which is this low and this low here. Okay, so this is the Friday low sell side liquidity here. Okay, so sell side has been attacked, buy side was left. So on Tuesday, since we are bullish, we are anticipating some higher prices to attack previous week high and a rejection block. Okay, I missed the rejection block on daily chart. You see this rejection block, above this rejection block we have some clean buy side liquidity. Okay, eventually we will attack this buy side liquidity soon, very soon. Okay, but on Tuesday we can target this Friday high, and I think that is enough for us to trade. Okay, so market at midnight opens and attacks this buy side liquidity around like, if you see, this is 9 a.m candle. So at 9:30 we attack the buy side liquidity. At 8:30 also we attack the buy side liquidity. So what do you expect? um, uh, like expansion towards this buy side liquidity, okay, which is 19694. Okay, do you expect a move to this buy side liquidity or a retracement? Okay, so for that what you can use is, I can just measure few things. Okay, or I'll be just going to the 15-minute chart. So yeah, that's the 9:30 opening. Our focus should be on the price action after 9:30 opening. Okay, yesterday I think there was a red folder news also. Okay, I've not checked it, but yeah, I think there was a red folder. So our main raw liquidity is already attacked. Okay, we were targeting this previous week high buy side liquidity. It is already attacked at 9:30 opening. So if your drawn liquidity is already met, what do you expect from the market? So my rule says this, that if my drawn liquidity is already met, I'll be focusing on scalping only few points inside the macros, and that's it. That's one trade only. If it goes in profit, that's good. If it goes in loss, that's good. That will be my rules. Okay, so after 9:30 opening, I look for the first macro to trade. Okay, or few important also things which I will mark on my chart is the London session low and London session high also. Okay, so yeah, this is the London session low here, which is the sell side liquidity, and London session high was already attacked here. Okay, and yeah, so London session high is already cleared. We only have London session low. This sell side is the London session low, and then my primary focus will shift to scalping on the macros. Okay, so uh, let's move on to the 1 minute chart now. Since we have attacked the buy side liquidity at 9:30 opening, I'll be just marking my first macro, which will be 9:50 to 10:10. It will be my first macro. So that's the macro AM session for first macro. And since our bias is bullish, we have attacked previous week uh, high here at this buy side liquidity. But did we reach to any high time frame key level? Then no. So we cannot expect reversal without any key level. So our key level was this rejection block, as you can see here, and then eventually this buy side liquidity. But for now, firstly we have to target one by one. So rejection block, daily rejection block is where my eyes will go on, and inside this macro I'll look for just go on to the 15-minute chart. Inside the 15-minute chart, few things which also you have to say is that this relative equal lows, you can see this relative equal lows. So this is a sell side liquidity. Below this sell side liquidity, what do we have? We have this imbalance area. This is a liquidity void here. This whole area is a liquidity void. If you go on to the 30-minute chart, it will be a single fair value gap. Okay, and that is the last fair value gap here. Okay, that is the last fair value gap of 30-minute. And inside 15-minute chart, you can 15-minute chart, you can say it as the liquidity void area. Okay, so I'll be marking this whole area and moving on to the 1-minute chart. Now it will be more easy and clear. Some relative equal low swept here. Okay, we have a key level still pending in upside. So on the AM session macro, I will expect the prices to run for that drawn liquidity. Okay, after hunting, after manipulating, after making the Judas at 9:30 opening, what did at 9:30 opening? At 9:30 opening, it swept this buy side liquidity, this short term highs here. Also took out this data lows. Okay, this is the 8:30 news here. So market attacked this data lows here, and then it ran for this data high was attacked, and then it ran for this data low here. Okay, there was this range formation here. But since we are focusing only on the macro session, then this is the at the macro we tapped into this 15-minute liquidity void area, which is the imbalance. And you can look for SMT and all, but if everything is so perfectly set, I don't usually now need SMTs. So firstly my focus will be at change in state of delivery, which happens here. This is the CISD. So that's the change in state of delivery for me here. When after market has given me the change in state of delivery along with this market structure shift here, if you see a minor market structure, not a very high probability market structure shift, but we also have some inversion fair value gaps here. Okay, and if you go and mark the inversion fair value gap, this was the immediate rebalance, so we only had a volume balance here. But after changing state of delivery, we had this inversion fair value gap which was already traded, so we can mark that also. Okay, so that's the inversion fair value gap already traded, and boom, we saw the reaction, change in state of delivery. After the change in state of delivery, can you enter anywhere right here? So yes, you can enter, because we are already trading inside the order block. You can mark this order block from high to low, and the upper quadrant, you want to see a reaction of this upper quadrant. Okay, so uh, in that upper quadrant everything is properly balanced. We just had this volume balance, so that's when I will use volume balance for my entries. Okay, this is the volume balance. So you got one more good answer here, that when to use volume balance when you have no any other PDRS left inside a good PDRA. Like we had this order block, this order block is a good PDRA for us, and we don't have any fair value gap inside this order block, so we only had this volume balance. So we can use this volume balance, and we can also use this wick also. Okay, we can use this wick, and uh, we can enter when this body closed below this volume balance. Then next candle we can directly enter at the open, or wait for any more displacement in the lower side. Okay, for example, even if you enter at this body, you don't have to protect a lot of things here. You just put your stop loss below the mean threshold of this order block. So this is the order block, and stops just below this mean threshold and inside this inversion. You can also protect this inversion. I'm not saying, because see, this is a hindsight, okay, this is only this is a chart where everything is already happened. But if I am in a live market and I want to go long here, I have to protect this inversion fair value gap at all the cost. Okay, so I'll protect this inversion fair value gap CE and that mean threshold. How, see how beautiful it is aligning. So I'll protect at least this lows, or even if I want to protect, if I can afford to protect, then I'll protect the low of the inversion fair value gap also. So this will be my proper stop loss here. And then what I can do is I can target this rejection block, or if you want to exit your positions at very low hanging fruit targets, just mark the standard deviation from this high to this low. -1 standard deviation will be your low hanging fruit target, and as you can see at the -1 we saw some reaction at the -1 standard deviation. Okay, and after some retracement and all, eventually we reach the rejection block. This is exactly what I will trade. Okay, I just want -1. I don't want to hold my trades for so long. So -1 is my easy peasy target here. Okay, what happens after we reach -1 standard deviation? We made some relative equal highs. Okay, let me make it so clear. So as you can see, this high was formed and we have this highs also. So this is a kind of relative equal highs. Market was engineering this relative equal highs after reaching our easy peasy target. Okay, so market made a lot of engineered liquidity here. After making this engineering relative equal highs, it swept the lows. Okay, it started to sweep this low, it started to sweep this low. What is happening here? When market is sweeping one side, one directional side, then it is making that side jagged. Okay, so it is just trying to make this area jagged, and then it will attack this relative equal highs. So when market attack this lows inside this fair value gap, okay, this is the last BC in this price leg. We have no any other fair value gap inside this price leg, so this is a very important PD array for us. Okay, like this is the only PD array here in this price leg, so that's the only important fair value gap for us. Why we are not longing here? Do you see any PD array here? Do you see any fair value gap forming here? No. And also uh, you have to look for a good time to enter. So this is happening inside the silver bullet, and also you can use the 1020 to 1040 macro. Okay, 1020 to 1040 macro. This is also one macro, so you can use that macro also. So inside this macro we are sweeping this lows and we are getting eventually trading into this last BC. Okay, you can miss this move, no worries. Okay, you can just tape read this move, you can miss this move, it doesn't matter a lot. Okay, but after reaching this rejection block, what do you expect? Okay, we already cleared relative equal highs, and we have reached a very high time frame key level, that's a daily key level. Okay, so you have to then wait. Okay, you will wait for the price action. So at this rejection block, I will not instantly short the market, I will wait for the price what it wants to show me. It has attacked all this buy side liquidity, people are trying to long here. Do you see this retail support here, this kind of retail support here? What will people do when they will see a breakout here? When they will see a breakout here, they will long the market, and we are already inside a high time frame key level from where we can expect at least a retracement, not a reversal. Okay, so from this low of this rejection block, daily rejection block, we started to reject, and it rejected, take out this sell side liquidity here. Okay, since we nobody is closed below that, I'll not expect a speed in below this low. So a retracement came, and from this retracement, okay, we also had a one more macro here, 1050. That's the last ditch macro. Okay, this macro swept this low, and after sweeping this low, it gave a retracement. Okay, you don't have to trade anything right here, because I don't think so this is a high probability scene here. Okay, you don't have to press your buttons here, you just have to wait for proper nice macros. So what will you do is you have to wait for a lunch macro, which is this 1150. Okay, 1150 to 1210, you can wait for this macro. you will get a nice move inside this macro usually. When AM session is low probability after some major news, then you have to use that lunch macro to trade. Okay, and the lunch session will give you the move. This is a characteristic, basic characteristic of price. ICT has already taught all these things. So uh, since we are rejecting of that high time frame key level, just move on to the 15-minute chart. Okay, and start looking for some PDRS. Okay, I'm sorry the chart looks messy here. I'll clean it, don't worry. Till now I think AM session is clear to you. Since in AM session we traded into this daily rejection block, so now we are expecting at a retracement. Okay, and where the liquidity resides, just ask yourself where the liquidity is. We only have this London low, we have this London low only. Okay, so from this rejection block what you can target is that uh, not from this rejection block but from any nice PD array. What you can target is on the 15-minute chart you will wait, and you will wait for nice PD arrays. Okay, you have to open 15-minute and 5-minute both charts. So when you will have these two charts in your system, then you will look for PD arrays and nice structure shift and all. Okay, so first of all I saw that we are we have made this inversion failure gap. Okay, what time is it? 11:15, and we have a 11:50 to 11:10 macro. Okay, so we want to trade this macro. Okay, before that we don't usually want to trade anything before this lunch macro. So let me make it dotted lines. So we traded this inversion failure gap and reacted of it. Okay, we reacted from this inversion failure gap, then again we have a retracement here. Okay, and from this retracement what we can do is and this retracement is inside the macro also. So this is an inversion failure gap. We have this three down close candles as order block also. Okay, we have three down close candles as order block also. uh, Inversion failure gap, and this three down close candles as order block, and this three candles as our propulsion block. Okay, you have this three up close candles as propulsion block, and we are trying to trade inside this propulsion block inside the macro. Now high time frame is clear. 5-minute chart we want to short the market. Why? Because we have traded a high time frame key level, and from that reaction of that high time frame key level we have this 5-minute propulsion block, and inside the propulsion block we have a macro. This is the right time to enter the market. And inside the macro, what are the rules to trade the macro? Stop hunt. So uh, so I'm removing this propulsion block. Okay, the propulsion block is clear. I'm just we have that propulsion block in mind. So we swapped this relatively equal highs here. You see this line, this is the buy side liquidity. So we are attacking this buy side liquidity inside the macro. What you have to wait for now, you can wait for inversion fair value gap, you can wait for any other thing. So we have only this fair value gap in this price leg. This is an inversion fair value gap, 1 minute here inside the macro, and you have to press the buttons inside this macro at this inversion fair value gap, protecting just this wick or at least this high. Okay, so 8 to 10 point stop loss, and uh, what you can target is the best easy peasy target will be from standard deviation. So this -1 will be the easiest low hanging fruit target, or you can just go back here and mark some liquidities. So we have this wick midpoint is around this -1 standard deviation, so we can target this midpoint wick. Or if you are trailing the stop loss, then you can trail it to wherever you want to trail. Okay, like we have that sell side liquidity resting here. Okay, at below this -2 to -2.5 standard deviation. So yeah, you can also target that area, and your lunch macro is also done. Okay, so you rided the lunch macro move, and on the AM session we also rided the longs till this rejection block or below. We exited the positions below the rejection block, which is also a good point and good A plus setup move. This is the two things which I look for inside to trade inside a good red folder day. Okay, I usually don't trade the PM sessions because I just don't like the characteristic of PM session. Okay, so if you see, the PM session was just the choppy. Why was it chopping so much? Because we already again we traded to this daily BC. Okay, this BC has done the job. Okay, now it is just trying to make the liquidity. So AM session, when AM session is volatile, when it gave both side move, PM session will most probably chop. When AM is directional, then you can expect some kind of retracement on PM session. Different nature of sessions. You can learn more about it on the ICT's content or in my mentorship. But yeah, so this only till this time I only want to sit in my charts till this time. Okay, I will avoid the PM session. I don't usually trade PM session because I don't like PM session also. So till here only I can explain you what happened in the charts. After that I don't usually look for don't usually look in the charts. So I hope this thing is clear. 9:30. Let me explain it one more time. 9:30 attacked 8:30 high, which is the data high, but it didn't reach for this key level. It retraced back to the 15-minute key level, and from that 15-minute key level, the time is macro, first AM session macro. We longed and we attacked the short term high here, exited our positions at -1 standard deviation, low hanging fruit target. If you want to hold, then you can hold for rejection block. From this rejection block we were expecting a kind of retracement. So from this rejection block we move to the 5 and 15-minute chart. So on 5-minute chart we can see this inversion failure gap, but the time is not very good for us here. Okay, so we'll wait for the next macro. So in that next macro, which is the lunch macro, we have a propulsion block here, and from this propulsion block we'll trade to short the market till where, till any liquidity or any inefficiency. Okay, or just at least for the standard deviation. This is how the yesterday's AM session price action was. I hope it's clear, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, be safe.